Welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of time and space. Is it time and space? Through vast dimensions of time and space. Do you know why I can't get it? Because I keep thinking, do I want to do this episode? Am I really about to talk about this? And it's like, I feel like this needs to be part of like a whole different, I don't know, sect of videos, or like if it's just for specific people. It's a very much dawn mentorship session kind of energy, and I'm just like nervous. Maybe, I don't know, that pitch in my voice going up tells me that I am. So yeah, maybe I'm nervous, but okay, cool, I'm just gonna go for it. Fuck it. So, you guys, not all entities are non dense entities. I'm going to say that again. Not all entities are non dense entities. Now, some of you are going to be like, why is she stressing about this? We know, we know. Wait for it, wait for it. Not all entities are non dense entities. And one of the category of entities I'm going to speak about today, which are entities that take human form, have also in the mainstream been called certain words. And there's certain connotations and ideas when it comes to this group of entities, even by the spiritual community, where you're told that they're evil and they're dark and all of that. And this video is going to challenge that idea. And I'm not saying they're good, I'm saying they're of a non-dual nature. They're not good or bad. They are about whatever their ambitions are about, and whatever their actions are, it's not particularly to harm. Yay. I don't know what I was watching, but I know what I was watching, but I don't want to say. But anyway, this character that's seen as a dark character in the show, he says, why do we call this being bad or evil? Maybe it's just hungry. And I say that because, one of the connotations of these types of beings is that they feed on fear, they feed on malice, basically. They feed on confusion and those types of vibrations, right? And yes, I understand a world where we can call that bad. I'm not saying that's not bad, actually. Now that I come to think about it, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's a perspective where that's not bad. But that doesn't mean I'm saying that means it's good. It's neither or. It's kind of like how a chicken's supposed to feel about the fact that you eat chickens. You think chickens think you're good? How are cows and fucking lobsters and crabs supposed to feel about the fact that you eat seafood? Do you think they're sitting there in the ocean talking about humans are benevolent beings? They are beautiful and blessed and they just are lovely people. No, no. You're bad people. If they were to think within those terms, you would be classified as bad people. And it's the same thing with certain entities that feed off of certain energies emitted by humans. Like, obviously, we're not going to be like, oh, you're good. Meanwhile, you encourage me to feel fear because that's what you live on. I get it. I'm not going to say you're a good entity, but you understand from a broader perspective how that entity is not bad. Just like we're not bad because we eat chicken. We're not bad because we eat seafood. We're not bad because we like lamb and red meat. Like, we're not bad. It's just what we eat. It's just what we eat. It's just when we're hungry, we eat. And it's the same thing for these entities. I'm not asking you to believe that they're good. I'm just asking you to, well, I'm not asking you anything, but I am putting across a different perspective where you're able to understand entities from a broader perspective, particularly the ones that I'm about to speak about, because they have a really bad reputation. But they're some of the most fascinating because, like I said, they are able to take on human form. And I'm not talking because, yes, it's a shape shifting ability, but I'm not talking something like, oh, I'm human now, and then at night I change into something else or whatever. No, like from birth, they do it from birth. Like DNA type of thing. Like if you don't know, your DNA is what communicates what kind of shape you take, right? From the color of your skin to the color of your eyes to the way in which your hair grows, or you know, all of that. That's all DNA. So it's the same thing here. It's a certain part of someone's blueprint, or it's a certain part of this being's blueprint where it's able to access more than what the average being is able to access, and so is able to choose to take on a particular form, in this case a human form. Meanwhile, energetically, it is more expanded than the human, which is to say it has more access, it has access to more of its consciousness, or the general collective consciousness, than the human being, even though it's in the human body. Now, though, the human body can be restricting, especially because it does run under a certain programming, that which is social conditioning. So sometimes it does take a while for the being walking around as a human being, the entity walking around as the human being, it does take a while for it to calibrate itself into its environment and then be able to access other states of consciousness or other matrices, where it's able to run under its own programming even while being amongst everybody else. I must also say, though, there is a dimension, so to speak. I know sometimes when we say dimensions, you think it's somewhere far and somewhere across the ocean and across the stars, not understanding that all the dimensions are right here. You access them through consciousness, and yes, it's not as simple as that, but that's how I'm going to explain it right now. So there is a dimension where most the okay, no, that's not, we're not doing that. Okay, cool. But yes, so these beings have, in particular societies, particularly the spiritual society, they have been mentioned as, I don't know if some of you have guessed it already. I mean, I'm thinking about like all the types of things we talk about on this channel, and I wonder if in a way I've been building up to this somehow. But anyway, sometimes society refers to them as reptilians. Oh God. Here comes the boo. Boo, boo. No, not the reptilians. Boo. Yeah, well, like I said, it's just how they're referred to. And, like I said, I know there's all these connotations about like, now I'm thinking about Credo Mutwa and the whole Chitauri talk, and God, he was so afraid because he was like, they were mean to him and they made him do things he didn't want to do. Then you've got the whole conversations with David Icke. I mean, okay, also though, there's obviously going to be, yes, I'm not negating what Credo Musa said. It's kind of like what I was explaining in the beginning of the reading. You get different groups of old entities. It's like human beings, right? You get the human beings neither of us are trying to be close to, because the fuck, what in the what what in the agent of hell? Like, you get what I mean? And it's the same thing for entities and other beings also. There's, guys, I've seen, when I watch National Geographics, like, even in like the animal kingdom, like, you get the lions that you can tell, right? I get it, we're just watching, but come on, this is like Mufasa's pride, like, it's cool, yeah, like, yeah, they're animals and they're predators, but there's justice here, and whatever animal justice is, but you get what I mean. Then you get Aboska, the ones that be eating their own cubs, guys. And you'll be like, Zan, you're lying. And I was, I swear, I once watched an episode. It was actually narrated by Ewan, is that how you say his name? Ewan McGregor. And he spoke about how this happens a lot. It's just that they don't show us this. Yo, did this Scar, because he actually did have a scar, did he not eat that cub, yo? Not just kill it. Did he not eat it? Hey, hey. You see what I mean? So even the other lions are like, bro, like, yeah, we're predators, but that is crazy. Like, you're a monster. And it's kind of the same with every group of beings. There's, I guess, like, I'm saying reptilians as a whole, because honestly you just do get different categories. You get the ones that Kredemuto was talking about, and again, going back to the beginning of the video, for me it's not a matter of good or bad, whatever, we all gotta eat. But it's okay, just like this lion, it's okay if you don't fuck with what another person is eating, just like the vegans hate you guys. And like, it's cool, it is what it is. You get entities that feed off of certain vibrations that I'm not trying to feel. Like, and it would be cool if you would just wait for me to feel it. But the fact that you will make it so that I feel it, like, you will move around and help me move around things in my life in a way that will make me feel these feelings that are like, no, I don't want to feel fear and like doubt and all that, like, just because you need to eat. But at the same time, you do get reptilians still that feed on your self-awareness, on your ability to be true. I am still asking myself, are we at this point? Like, are you ready? Like, I don't know if you were ready for this. I've been talking about entities, and I didn't talk. I mean, they gotta eat, bro. And like, it doesn't also have to be like, because with some entities, maybe you just have never asked the entity you walk with, like, do you feel things? Like, do you feel emotions? Do you eat? If you do eat, what do you eat? Because not every entity you walk with is feeding off of your energy in particular. They can be going off to go feed on whatever it is that they feed on, and then still come back to you. So yeah, it is possible to actually walk with an entity that feeds off of negative emotions, what we call negative emotions, fear, self-doubt, whatever, but that's not what they want from you. So it's possible because they're layered, just like you. These beings are layered. It's not hori like you eat chicken, but you don't go around like being friends with the chickens, do you? You're not finna hang out with the chickens, are you? It's like that. I don't know if this reading is going how I think it's going. I doubt it. But I'm gonna keep talking because whatever. Like, let's have the conversation. So, okay, cool. Reptilians. Not all entities are non-dense beings. There's entities, and I'm bringing this up because you seem to be meeting them. You seem to be coming across entities that are of a more dense nature. What I mean by that is that entities that are human on the outside. And this ties in with a lot of the other readings that we've been having where you seem to be attracted to this person and whatnot. Like, I haven't spoken about how this person, but I have in one of the readings, I think, this person just has this like mysterious, magical feel about them for you. And now I'm telling you why. And for those of you who you have not met this person and whatnot, or maybe we should talk about why you're meeting this person. Like I said, you're in between worlds, and the world, or you're in between realities, and the reality that you seem to be stepping into seems to be one where there's way more active entities than in your previous reality. And some of those entities are literally walking around as human. If I'm going to be honest, some of you are even going to find out like this is someone in your family maybe that you never thought about it, like, but now because you've gained this new perspective, because you've gained this like new part of yourself, you realize like there's just something so magical about this person. I remember a client telling me about their aunt and how their aunt is like the one who understands them the most, especially as someone who feels spiritually gifted and so forth, so forth, so forth. And yeah, to that person, if you know who you are and you're watching, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that, but yeah, cool, whatever. If the shoe fits, wear it. Yeah, some of you are going to realize that, and some of the people in your life, they may not yet be aware of this because they're still calibrating, but being seen by you is going to help them calibrate further in a more smooth manner. And some of you may be listening to me and you're like, oh, no, 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 no. This is the type of thing that when you realize it brings about like a dark night of the soul because it's so much information. And then I don't want to go through another dark night of the soul. It won't, boo. It's not going to be a dark night of the soul. It's just going to be you wanting to spend some time alone for a little bit because you're calibrating, and you should take some time alone because this type of information is very much for you, just for you, like just for you, and you need to spend time with it. But this is not the type of information. It's not gonna create a dark night of the soul. I can promise you that it's not gonna create a dark night of the soul. It's just gonna make you feel vulnerable and exposed, and that's okay. Like, you're gonna be okay. I promise. You're gonna be okay. Just eat. You're also gonna find yourself like way more hungry than usual. Cause wow. Like, you've literally activated a different part of your DNA. I know I'm saying stuff, but I'm not saying it. I get it. I get it too. I get it. I get it. Yeah, there's certain things you can only say in this way. But back to the reptilians. So they're referred to as reptilians not because they're actually reptiles. It's kind of like iNzunza and the snake. We're talking about the whole shape-shifting abilities. We're talking about the ability to have been around for a really long time. Like, You know how lizards and crocodiles have literally evolved from the dinosaurs and whatnot, and the dinosaurs then evolved from wherever the fuck, like whatever, like, yeah, I don't know, probably from volcano, like fire or something. I don't know. But like, yeah, so the whole reptilian name about it comes from that. It's not because I'm not talking about actual like reptilian like type of beings. No, 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 no. This is just like it's almost like a code name in the spiritual realm. If you're talking about an actual lizard person, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. We're not talking about the same thing. Okay? And that's okay. Cool then. So, motherfucker. But I get it. I get it. Okay. I should pull cards now. So you're meeting people or you're meeting one specific person that's kind of like got you enchanted. You may be feeling like you're falling in love with this person, and you maybe even, it's the kind of love where you feel like it's enchantment. Like where you're like, what in the magic, what in the Alice in Wonderland is this? For some of you that get really scared, you'll be feeling as though, you know, this person, they may be, they may have a love spell on you or something. It's nothing like that. Oh, ooh, child, this is gonna be. But we spoke about this. Hey, guys, can I? Yay! You got the Emperor twice. Shit is about to get so interesting. Like, because it's almost like you have, like, you've been getting ready for this moment like for a really long time, and you didn't understand how all the things you've been going through have been leading up to this moment. You thought that all the things you're going through is leading you up to like being a spiritual healer, and that's it. You go pull some tarot, or you gonna read some cowrie shells or some bones, and that's it. Or you're just gonna be, you know, praying over people, and that's gonna make them feel good, and like that's it. Like you didn't know this is way bigger than that. Like this is way bigger than that. It's way bigger than that because I feel also like you were thinking it's that because you were trying to deflect. You were trying to, what's the word? Project all this energy and all this like power within you to something else. And that's why you wanted to create this like situation of servitude, of how like it's almost like you had said, yeah, like you know when you like you don't, you cannot claim all this power, like who are you to claim all this power type of thing, like that type of thing. So you were like, no, it's in servitude, I'm doing it for people, and it's only in that way that you allowed yourself to carry the frequency which you walk with. But like, and I feel like your guides allowed you to do that because they understood that helps you process, it helps dampen the imposter syndrome, like it helps with all of that. But you've come to a point where this part of your DNA is activated to the point where okay, it's like this is how it is, right? There's a bridge in front of you, or like a portal, and your guides are gonna come ask you, like, do you want to go across? Do you want to go through the portal? If you do, there's no turning back. That's a good thing. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at things. Like, things will never be the same again, right? And though, if you don't want to, you can go back, and that's okay. You can just live life as normal. This is the only reading I will do like this. And, because if you get what I'm saying in this video, you need to book a dawn mentorship session, because otherwise it's cool. I'm gonna go back to just talking about like normal shit and like whatever. I honestly don't even understand why I was called to do this video, but because ngumntana mamelayo, I'm like, it's cool. I'm gonna do it. But like, cause I'm just like, it's intense, right? We can't argue about that. It's intense. I feel like, but okay, if your peoples are like, yo, Zanne, it's time. They must make the decision. They must know, because there's obviously those of you that are gonna turn back, and don't worry, I got you. Like, we're gonna go back, do our normal videos, and you can carry on your path of like finding out what your spiritual gifts are, and trying to get your life together and whatnot. And then there'll be those of you that decide to go through the portal, cross that bridge, and for you guys too, I got you. And we're gonna have one hell of a time, because to you guys, I guess we're kin in more ways than I can imagine, in more ways than I can communicate. And it will be my pleasure to walk that path with you. Yo. Okay, cool. So that's the reading I have for you guys today. I'm not going to say the part about if it resonated, because I'm way too nervous about this reading. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a mentorship session, everything's in the description box. If you want to book a personal reading, everything is in the description box. If you're freaked out by this reading, don't be. If you're freaked out by this reading, forget about it. Like, just go have a beer, go order some wings, forget about it. And if you feel any type of other way, holler at me. Okay, cool. Later.